So guys, welcome back once again. The frustration on this particular man called Nnamdi Kanu is getting too much and it's getting out of hand. Yes, I must say. This is why we need to put an end to it. This is why we need to say, yes, enough should be enough by now. We've had enough of this. This man should be set free. Why are we going to fold our arms and watch them sentence Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment? A man that wants the betterment of us. A man that come out to the public all the time to ask for nothing but justice on us. He wants everyone to be on equal rights. Nnamdi Kanu has no evil intention. All his intentions are pure. As you can see from the things he usually say in the media. Well, I kept on telling you guys that the plan for Tinubu and his government is to leave that particular man called Nnamdi Kanu in detention for more years to come. So that when he come out, he will not be strong and vibrant again to act and talk things I usually say. This is their plan. They want to keep him in detention for years so that once he come out, he might go and buy somewhere because by then, Nnamdi Kanu's health might have deteriorated finally and he will be so down. This is their plan. But I pray God sees Nnamdi Kanu through and help him because the battles that Nnamdi Kanu have been through is what God helping him because Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for Nigerians. And yes, this is why they want to leave him because Tinubu and his government feel that this particular man called Nnamdi Kanu want to come and expose our secret. That's why. He knows a lot of things about him. You can see him boldly making some statements in public, in court, saying they don't know law, telling them different things. This is why they are afraid of him. I must say it, they are afraid of him. Because if they are not afraid of him, let them release him now. Why do they not want to release him? They are so much afraid of him. Because they know what he can offer. They know what Nnamdi Kanu is capable of doing. And they know what he's capable of saying too. They know the power that Nnamdi Kanu has. Once Nnamdi Kanu speaks, nothing but the truth. All what he speaks is the truth. And when Nnamdi Kanu speaks, people seem to hear and act towards it. Well, without wasting much of your time, there is a video I want to be playing on your screen. There's a video that will be displayed on your screen. So watch this particular video to the end, as this video has a lot to tell you. Watch it to the end, and when we are back, we will definitely continue.
Every nation has their warriors. We are the warriors in Biafra. You can never put fear to us. Impossible. We are the battle ass. Every country, every nation have warriors that are speaking for them. I am a man of God as a David of our people. And we are Biafras. And we can never forget, our forefathers did not fight the wrong battles. They are fighting for our rights, which our rights have never been given to us till today in Nigerian government. Stop that rubbish. Stop it. I want you that celebrating what happened to our brothers. Nnamdi Kanu, the only good man in Igbo land, only good man that love you, a true love, is only Nnamdi Kanu. The only true man that love this country, that want everybody to be free. He want Hausa to be free. He want Yoruba to be free. He want Igbo to be free. Everybody go to your country and develop your own nation. If you want to kill your brother, then you can kill them. Don't come and use one Nigeria and killing other people. And one personal people, one particular people are eating your resources in the name of Nigeria. That is why they refuse for the separation of Nigeria. Because one families are benefiting one Nigeria, not all the Nigerians. So whatever they do to Nnamdi Kanu is a personal interest of a one person that enjoying the resources of Nigeria. That is what happened. A man that rejected money, no Igbo man, as far as I know, can do that kind of thing. All the Igbo people were sent to represent us. All of them had took bribes. But this young man, Nnamdi Kanu, is an opportunity to take his own bribe and go back home like other people. And they asked him, which is, I'll be open up. If anybody will come out and say what he said, he have opened up and tell you, they asked me to be a vice president. I say no. They asked me, do you need oil well? I say no. That is why a lot of Igbo people don't want to. Because they want him to submit it to bribe.
Welcome back once again, guys. I believe we've all watched the video that was displayed on your screen, and you can see exactly what the young man is trying to say. He's trying to tell us that they are trying to put fear on the Biafrans, but they are going to stay strong and fight for Nnamdi Kanu to the end till he gets released. He's saying that this particular country, Nigeria, is all about bribe. You can hear him saying it. Now, I don't want to waste much of your time. Without wasting much of your time, guys, let's get into full details so that we know exactly what happened today. As you can see on your screen, Abuja court declines order to produce Nnamdi Kanu for appeal record settlement. IPOB leaders lawyer cries out. Now, we read in full details. Barrister Aloy Ejimako, special counsel to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, has raised an alarm over the refusal of a federal high court in Abuja to issue a production warrant needed to ensure Kanu's presence in court for the settlement of records in an appeal the IPOB leader filed before he was convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment. Kanu was sentenced on November 20, 2025. Ejimako raised the alarm on Wednesday in a post on his X account where he attached a copy of the court summons requiring Kanu's appearance. According to him, the summons scheduled Kanu to appear before the Federal High Court on November 28 for the settlement of records relating to an appeal he filed prior to the court's judgment delivered on November 28. He wrote, "This is the summons to Nnamdi Kanu to be present on November 28 at Federal High Court in Abuja for settlement of record for the appeal he filed before the November 20 judgment. A production warrant is required for the Sokoto prison to bring him to Abuja, but the court refused to issue it." The lawyer expressed shock that, despite issuing the summons, the court declined to grant a production warrant, a mandatory order that authorizes prison authorities to convey an inmate from detention to the courtroom. Without it, Ejimako warned Kanu cannot be physically present for the court proceedings, potentially undermining his right to a fair hearing and due process. Ejimako had raised concerns that transferring Kanu to a correctional facility in Sokoto, hundreds of kilometers from Abuja, posed a serious threat to his rights and ability to file and pursue an appeal in his case. Speaking on Channels Television's Morning Brief program on Monday, November 24, Ejimako warned that Kanu's constitutional rights under Section 36 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria were now at risk. Ejimako stressed that the appeal process required immediate and detailed actions that were impossible to execute without close access to the relevant courts and legal support. Without it, Ejimako warned Kanu cannot be physically present for the court proceedings, potentially undermining his right to a fair hearing and due process. Ejimako addressed concerns that transferring Kanu to a correctional facility in Sokoto, hundreds of kilometers from Abuja, posed a serious threat to his rights and ability to file and pursue an appeal in his case. Speaking on Channels Television's morning brief program on Monday, November 24, Ejimako said the legal community and observers were stunned to learn that Kanu was moved from Abuja to a prison in Sokoto shortly after his sentencing. He questioned how Kanu could meet the strict procedural demands required to initiate an appeal. Ejimako argued that several facilities closer to Abuja, such as Suleja and Kefi, would have better preserved Kanu's access to legal assistance and family members. He warned that Kanu's ability to pursue an appeal was being complicated by the current location of his imprisonment. Kanu was convicted on 7 terrorism-related counts on Thursday, November 20, 2025 by Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja after years of trial disruptions, detention, and legal dispute between his defense team and the Nigerian authorities. Before his conviction and sentencing, Kanu was held in the Department of State Services detention since June 2021 after his controversial arrest and extradition to Nigeria from Kenya under circumstances that have been widely criticized by local and international human rights groups and courts. So guys, you can now see in full details what our lawyer Ejimako, the special counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, is saying here. He's raising an alarm over the refusal of the High Court in Abuja for them to issue a production warrant needed to ensure that Nnamdi Kanu's presence in the court for the settlement of record, that's the appeal that Nnamdi Kanu is ready to settle before he was convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment. This was what he went to do. He had to raise an alarm on it. Because why would they be refusing Nnamdi Kanu's appeal? This is what I keep saying. They don't want to release this man. It's very obvious and it's clearly showing. We can see it all. Well, get to the comment section. Let me have your thoughts on this. Tell me your take on this. Like this video. Share this video. Always leave a free Nnamdi Kanu in the comment section. And most importantly, hit the subscribe button and turn on this channel notification bell so that you won't be missing any training update about Nnamdi Kanu.